Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a spawn from one of our female southern toads, and this is what I believe to be the first viable spawn that we've had so far in the southern toad breeding project. So last night, I was cycling females, getting them ready for breeding. I saw one female that really looked like she was ready to go. I really thought she was, having, completely full of eggs. She looked very big for a while now, and put her in the rain chamber with a male, and lo and behold, I woke up this morning, came in about 7 or 8 in the morning, and looked in this tank, and boom, we have probably, I'd say, over 1,000 eggs. I'm not going to count them, obviously, but if you look at that, if anyone wants to count, you can leave a comment down below, but I'd say at least over 1,000 eggs, which for a female this small, I mean, she really wasn't a big female. I cannot complain at all. I thought we were going to get a lot smaller of a spawn. Actually, I didn't even know if we were going to get a spawn at all, but I certainly didn't think it was going to be this big from a not really too big female. I would say she's probably a little bit smaller than average, to be honest, but as you can see, just tons and tons of really good looking eggs. There were some infertils that came out. When they're first laying the eggs, oftentimes the infertile eggs will come out white and they'll kind of turn to a light gray color over a couple hours time. You can't really tell on the video, but there are certainly, I won't say a good amount, but there's certainly some infertile eggs in here. They're not all good, but for the most part, most of these eggs seem to be pretty healthy and pretty well formed. We can go ahead and look at the parents from this spawn. We can show you the mother and father. So the mother is the larger one in the back. She really isn't too crazy looking of a southern toad. I mean, she is certainly a nice looking animal, but not anything fancy. You can see her right there, very nice. She actually looks really good for just laying eggs. Normally they look a lot more emptied out, but I've already checked and she is definitely empty. And then this is the male. He's definitely more of an interesting looking animal. He's still ready to go. As you can see, he was just about to mount my finger, but he's definitely more of a kind of gray color, very interesting, like almost a graphite looking animal. I mean, you can see he's still completely ready to go. He wants another female. But we're going to see if any of these eggs kind of pop out this interesting color. He's normally not this dark. When he lightens up, he's more of a gray tan color, but definitely an interesting animal, and I'm really happy that he was actually the father to this spawn. I was kind of hoping he would go, and as long as he fertilized the eggs, we should be able to see if any babies kind of pop out with this cool kind of graphite gray color. I've gone ahead and just kind of cut the video for a second. I wanted to put a gray background right here. For whatever reason, this camera kind of freaks out and it doesn't really capture the colors too well when the background is white. Hopefully you can see better now what these guys look like. The female is on the right, the male is on the left. And again, he is not like fired down or anything. Sometimes southern toads will get darker when they're, kind of stressed, or if you put them in dark substrate, they'll actually change their color. He's always this kind of dark, kind of graphite tone. He's always been this way, and he's a really interesting animal. So hopefully, if he did a good job of fertilizing these eggs, and as long as the eggs are viable and they go full term, I'm really hoping that we pop out some more animals that look kind of like this. Again, I would call this like a graphite if I was going to name this trait. Again, right now he's actually more dark than he normally is. He's normally more of that kind of graphite, gray, kind of almost lead color. But again, two beautiful animals, and I'm very happy we're finally, after almost 2 years of trying, able to get what I believe is going to be a viable spawn of southern toads. These are my favorite frogs on the planet. I think they're just amazing animals. I think, in my opinion, probably the best pet frog you can get as far as handling goes, care, temperatures, all that. And the plan is, if some of these eggs are viable, or hopefully if most of them are viable, we want to actually be able to release some captive bred offspring to the market in the form of tadpoles. Hopefully, if I can get everything down with shipping, we'll have some captive bred southern toad tadpoles available, as well as some captive bred well-started babies once they come out of the water. If you would like to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to give this video a like, be sure to leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in the next video.